What's good, guys? So this video is about a thing that happened recently to me. As you know, it's very difficult to trade on prop firms and it takes a lot of discipline and mental strength. But sometimes, even if you have proper risk management, instead of losing 0.5 or 1%, you just lose 3%. And this was the case on my last trading period with Alpha Capital Group. I was invited to the risk interview. Funny thing is, I received the email. I can show it here to you, and it said interview invitation. And I thought they liked my trades and my trading strategy so much they'll fly me out to UK to give an interview about my trading process. But I was humbled pretty quickly as I opened the email and read some Trustpilot reviews about the risk interview. I didn't stress, but I prepared myself for this. I read on Trustpilot that many traders failed this interview because you will be asked to complete a certain task, to open a trade on a certain asset, and a lot of traders didn't manage to fulfill the task properly. So I'll just summarize how the interview goes and then I'll drop you my 4 tips. At first, you have to choose a date for the Zoom meeting with the interviewer. I think it's a senior team member, and when he calls you, you have to do a quick KYC. You have to show your ID card. After that, the interviewer will ask you to explain your strategy in full detail, and even if your strategy is very simple, explain it in full detail so the interviewer notices that you understand your own trading style. I read on Trustpilot that some people were asked to share their general trading knowledge, but in my interview it was not the case. So after explaining my strategy, I had to fulfill the task, and the interviewer told me to open a trade on gold with a stop loss of, I think it was 1.5%, so on a 50k account it's $750. I read on Trustpilot that many traders failed to do this task and weren't paid out because of this. So here are my 4 tips that you can pass the interview just as I did. So my first tip for you is to make a note sheet. Even if you have a great general knowledge about trading and about all the things around trading, in a stress situation like this, it's just easier to be prepared and to have a note sheet. My note sheet contained 3 big indices and the companies that these indices represent. You can also write down how to calculate lot sizes depending on the risks you want to take. So if the interviewer asks you about this, you can just take a quick look on your notes and you'll be fine. My second tip is to prepare your desk with a calculator, a pen and a sheet of paper, so you can calculate anything in just a matter of seconds. In my opinion, it's such an easy way to be prepared, so you don't mess up calculating the risk or anything you'll be asked. The third tip I have for you is to be sure that you can determine the stop loss and that you are able to place the stop loss before placing the trade, because I know a lot of you place a trade and then just drag the stop loss and put in position in MetaTrader 5. But it's important that you determine the stop loss and then place the trade. So my last tip is that you remind yourself that it's very normal to be nervous in such a situation, which determines whether you get your payout or not, and just try to be as friendly as possible, because the friendlier you are, the less the interviewer wants you to mess up the interview. And just be prepared to answer questions about your strategy or questions about general trading knowledge, and I think you'll be fine. I was fine with it and I passed my interview. So yeah, I hope I could help you and see you next time.